Welcome friends to the 2027 Hyundai Santa Fe. We have some subtle new updates to talk about, and these are your official updates from Hyundai themselves, so let's get started here. Regarding the B-pillar grip handle, it was available on the SEL convenience model. Well, that's now going away for 2027, so if you like that, I'm sorry. But regarding the fingerprint reader, they're actually dropping that for 2027. That was previously available with the calligraphy and the limited on both the ICE and the hybrid models, and that's good. I'm fine with that going away. And regarding the advanced rear occupant alert, previously it was a sensor-based system that was available on the SEL trim of the ICE and the hybrid. Well, now it's going to go to a door logic, again for the SEL trim level for both the gas and the hybrid. And the Digital Key 2 Premium, previously it was available on the SEL models and above. Now it's available on the XRT models and above for the ICE. And for the hybrid, if you want that feature, it's only going to be available with the limited and the calligraphy. Aside from these four changes, we do have the official pricing here. I have noticed that the prices have gone up by $250 across the board for every trim level. So your new base price, it's going to be $35,300 for a front-wheel drive SE gas model, and the calligraphy gas with all-wheel drive, it's going to top out at $49,650. The hybrid is going to start at $36,650 and it's going to top out at $50,750. So that's your range, but make sure to add $1,650 for the destination to all of the prices listed. Regardless of that, overall I do think that this is a good value proposition because this is a three-row SUV. Not quite on the level of the Palisade, that is the true flagship and the proper three-row. This is going to be a more constricted third-row space. However, it's going to offer you that additional flexibility by being able to fold that down and offering you a tremendous amount of cargo capacity when you have the third-row seats down. In fact, when you do that, the cargo capacity, it is comparable to a Mazda CX-90 with its third-row seats folded down at around 40 cubic feet. And regarding the gas model, we have the 2.5-liter turbo 4-cylinder producing 277 horsepower and 311 pounds-feet of torque. You are able to put regular fuel into this engine. And the hybrid, that's also going to be a turbo engine. It's a 1.6-liter turbo 4, made it to the lithium-ion battery pack, and it's got a total system output of 231 horsepower and 271 pounds-feet of torque. Now, should you step up to the hybrid? I mean, I have to admit, the fuel economy benefits, it is rather substantial, especially in the city, on paper anyway. An all-wheel drive hybrid, it's going to be getting 35 city, 34 highway, and all-wheel drive gas 4-cylinder, it's going to be 20 city, 28 out on the highway. And there's also an off-road oriented XRT model, which you can only get with the pure gas, and that XRT, it's going to be getting 19 city, 25 highway. But surprisingly, that 2.5-liter turbo 4-cylinder, it is pretty efficient in the real world, and you might even be able to beat these EPA estimates in the real world. So that's just something to keep in mind there. There's over 37,000 2026 Santa Fe's available for sale throughout the entire country. So for sure, those remaining model years, those are going to be the ones that you want to target if you want a great deal. And if you just happen to get a smoking hot deal on the pure gas model, then I would say go for it. But if you're able to get, equal discounts on both the gas and the hybrid in your local market, then perhaps go with the hybrid. Thankfully, unlike the Palisade, Hyundai doesn't completely punish you for going with the lower trim levels. Things like the SE and the SEL, they don't look like complete dog water, unlike what they did with the Palisade, which is simply atrocious in comparison. Hyundai kind of pulled a Mercedes-Benz there with the Palisade, where they really punish you for going with that entry-level model. Here with the Santa Fe, I think it looks decent no matter which trim level you go with. For sure, the SEL models would be a good trim level to target for both the gas and the hybrid. That's when you start to get the heated front seats. You get the leatherette seating as opposed to the cloth seats found in the base SE. But all models, they do come with the 12.3-inch infotainment screen with the wireless Apple CarPlay and the Android Auto. You do get the useful safety tech features as standard, like the blind spot monitoring and the rear cross traffic alert. However, if you want the more premium features, you definitely have to step up at least to the limited model. That's when you begin to get the 360 camera, the 12-speaker Bose audio system, the true leather seats, and when you go with the calligraphy, you actually get the Napa leather seats. You actually get the thicker double pane glass being used on the front side windows as standard across the board. With the Palisade, I noticed that when you step up to the calligraphy, they will also add double pane glass on the rear side windows as well. They don't do that here with the Santa Fe, but that's to be expected. This is still impressive. Surprisingly, no sunroof with the SEL model. You have to at least get the XRT and up. So on the hybrid, you have to go with the limited or the calligraphy. And if you want the heated steering wheel, you do have to get the limited or the calligraphy. And as always, I'm going to have the full official press release from Hyundai on the screen for you to check out, along with the official spec sheets. Again, these are your true official updates from Hyundai themselves. And you can also go on the Hyundai consumer website to see the current incentives and programs. Like the 2026 Santa Fe, they do have the 0% financing for up to 60 months as of right now, July of 2026, and some additional cash incentives as well. And all of this applies to both the ICE and the hybrid models. Again, lots of inventory. I would at least target 10% off the sticker price, and that's as a dealer discount. So 10% off plus rebates and no dealer accessories or additional, nonsense fees like nitrogen fees, tin fees, none of that. Just the 10% off plus rebates. That would be my goal with this. There's just so many to choose from. I think that's a reasonable, strong offer. And since you made it to the end of this video, I do have a resource that I can share with you to help you save money on other manufacturers like Nissan, Mazda, Subaru, and more. And that's going to be with AutoCompanion. He is one of the largest car brokers in the United States. On average, they offer between 10 to 12% off the sticker price on the manufacturers I just listed. Like right now, Mazda and Subaru, they are a tremendous deal right now, both for buying and for leasing. So if you want some affordable options, there you go. Nissan is also a rather good deal. Some of the Nissans also lease out rather well. And if you want more luxury brands like BMW, Audi, Mercedes, Lexus, Porsche, and more, AutoCompanion also has some of the best luxury car discounts as well in the entire country. To access these deals, AutoCompanion does charge a concierge fee. If you mention my channel, I will be compensated, but they will also take $50 off of their fee, and I really appreciate them doing that for my audience. And they can offer you nationwide shipping as well. I've had 2 vehicles shipped, never had an issue, but you can also pick up in either DC or in California and save on that shipping cost. And mind you, these discounts, they are before the incentives. So things like the loyalty, conquest, military, all those manufacturer incentives are going to stack on top of what you see on AutoCompanion's website. And if you want to negotiate on your own, they also have a free leasing calculator on their website. It's a dealership level tool that will show you the interest rate of a lease, the residual values, and the incentives that you can get in your local zip code. And that's going to update every month, and it's free to use. So if you never understood the true mechanics behind leasing, there you go. All of these resources will be linked in the description box of this video. If you found value with this content, make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you again for watching. Take care and goodbye.